Have you always struggled to switch on your glutes during your training? Have you been told repeatedly, come on, switch on your glutes, but have no idea what they mean? Well, stick around because I'm going to go through some ways on how you can finally awaken those glutes. When we don't use our glutes to their full potential, it often requires other structures and tissues to work harder. With movements like your deadlifts and your kettlebell swings, when we struggle to use our glutes, we often use a whole lot more quads and low back. Now this leads to you never really feeling your glutes working and can actually lead you having to come and see a physio. As I go through 3 easy ways to get those glutes fired right up, make sure you comment and tag anyone below that needs to see this video. Alright, so the first step to get you using your glutes a whole lot better is to know how to push through your feet properly. Now I'm sure many of you have learned, hey, push through your heels, but you're forgetting about the other parts of your feet. Now when we push through our heels, it's a lot of quad activation, all right? You're not so much feeling your hamstrings and glutes. So what we want to aim for is a tripod, so equal weight between your big toe, little toe, and heel, making this tripod. So here's a little exercise for you. Jump on your back, just like below. Do a glute bridge. Just do a normal glute bridge how you normally would and have a think how that feels. Then push through your midfoot, equal weight between those 3 points, and then lift up. And I can guarantee you're gonna feel a whole lot more glute firing. All right, so step number 2 is learning how to hinge properly. All right, so when we're doing movements like our kettlebell swings, our deadlifts, it's important that we hinge. Now what I mean by a hinge, I'll show you with the stick so you can see it. We want more of a tilting movement as opposed to a squat when our torso is going straight up and down. So here's a good exercise for you to learn how to do the hinge well. Having a stick line up on your back of your head, our back and our hips. From here, slight bend in our knees. Then all I'm going to be doing is bowing as I send my hips backwards. Now from here I feel tension through my hamstrings. So I've taken the slack out of them so they're in a really good position for them to work. So our glutes and our hamstrings then bring us back up. So translating it over to our lifting, we're now using our glutes and our hammies more as opposed to our quads and our low back. And the third concept that I want to go through is learning how to posteriorly pelvic tilt or tilt your hips underneath you when performing certain movements. Now if you've nailed your foot pressures and your hinging, this is the last little bit just to get those glutes really fired up. So what I mean by that, say if we're doing a barbell hip thruster, what I see a lot of people do, say if I've got the bar along here, is they kind of lean back and they look at the ceiling just using their quads, okay, and their low back just jacks up. What we want to think about, we've got our foot pressures and we want to think about tucking our hips underneath us as we look straight ahead. So if we translate that over to the barbell, pulling up here, now instead of just doing this and getting bugger all glute activation, we're going to think about mid-feet. Now as I come up, I'm tilting my hips underneath, okay, and I can feel my glutes and my hammies really fire up. Kettlebell swings, same thing applies. We've already got our hinging sorted, so we're hinging and tucking, all right? Back's doing nothing, shoulders are doing nothing, it's all glutes and hammies. So there you have it, 3 simple ways to awaken those dormant glutes. Forget those 200 booty band exercises, just do the basics properly. Now I hope you can implement these strategies during your training, because speaking from experience, they really do work and they really have helped my own training. If you enjoyed this video, please like and comment below. If you have any topic suggestions that you'd like me to cover, please send me a message and I'd love to get through all of them for you guys.